We're going to see a lot more of their animals here this evening, and the last animal we have tonight is a cheetah, the fastest land animal in the world. So it's going to be hot in here. Just bear with us for about. I'm not going to say aggressive. David's going to tell you a little bit about this, the water moccasins, the cottonmouth. He's also going to tell you about your snakes in Florida, about how you have the most poisonous snakes in the state of the United States. He'll tell you what they are. Right here is one.
Wow,
He'll check it out, but you don't want to be bitten by them. Now, a lot of you have heard of rattlesnake. Some people say, "Oh, I've heard of rattlesnake."
See, look at the rattle.
Ooh, man.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to do it again. But David rescues everything. He puts it back out in the wild, and these are used for education. Let me let David tell you briefly about these two poisonous snakes.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks for not sticking the microphone to the snake's mouth either. This particular snake is what we call the cottonmouth or the water moccasin. A lot of people wonder, why did they give this snake the name cottonmouth? Actually, one of its ways of defending itself is by opening up its mouth. The inside of its mouth is just as white as a white cotton t-shirt. What the snake will do is curl itself up into a little tiny circle, open up its mouth, and it twitches its head back and forth. And it really will catch your eye. If you're walking through the woods, this snake will let you know where he is. And that's what snakes want you to do. They want you to know where they are before you ever get close enough to them being able to bite you. Even the rattlesnake has that loud rattle at the tip of his tail. He makes noise. Usually you will hear the snake way before you ever get close enough to be able to see him. Now this particular snake is called the eastern diamondback rattlesnake. It is the largest of the venomous snakes not only found here in Florida, but it is also the largest of the venomous snakes found anywhere in North America. This snake is considered to be probably one of the most dangerous snakes that we have in our country. Not because its venom is the most dangerous, that distinction is to the coral snake, which its venom is more like a cobra bite. But this particular snake, because he is so large, can deliver a large volume of venom in a single bite. All snakes can shake or vibrate their tails, but it's only the rattlesnake that actually gets the rattle on the tip of its tail. Here in Florida, we have 6 different types of venomous snakes. The diamondback rattlesnake, the canebrake rattlesnake, the pygmy rattlesnake, the cottonmouth, the copperhead, and the coral snake make up the 6 venomous snakes that are found right here in Florida.
Let's hear it for David Hissing, everybody. The guy who rescued your neighborhood because someone's got food out for it. Look at the tail on it. Hence the name bobcat. Look at the beautiful camouflage in those spots. That animal can be hidden within 10 feet of you in the grass and you would never ever see it. They obviously take down rodents, rats, all sorts of birds, whatever it might be that they can catch. They're not going to be animals that will attack your kids or anything else. Some people say, oh my gosh, there's a bobcat. See how he sees and watches people move all the time. A beautiful animal, and one that also, if you look at the back of his ears, some of you can't see that from over here, some of you can see it from over here. If you look at the back of the ears, you'll see those white spots. Those are called eye spots. This animal was given that by nature, so if he's eating a rat, let's say, and some other bigger animal is going to take that food from him, they think he's looking backwards. Several cats in nature have eye spots, like the serval from Africa has beautiful big eye spots, where the hyenas can't go and take the food away from it, so they think that he's actually looking backwards. That's a bobcat found throughout North America, even into Canada. This animal here is a Canadian lynx. Now look at the difference if we turn him around a minute. Look at the difference in the ears. And we got people on our right and left here. See the difference in the ears? Look at those big tufts on all those ears there on the Canadian lynx. Look at his feet compared to the bobcat's feet. The feet are 2 to 3 times bigger when they get full grown. Those feet act like snowshoes on top of the snow because this animal has to hunt the snowshoe here up in Canada. He also turns a real light color, almost white in the wintertime. That helps him hunt as well. You'll get to be about another 10 pounds. The Siberian lynx from Siberia is 3 times as big as this, and their feet are that big on top of snow. Even the back foot, if you look at the back foot of this animal, it's almost like a snowshoe. This animal doesn't run on the tips of its feet like most cats. He runs on his entire back foot. It's like a snowshoe in deep snow. So they're a beautiful cat, and one that also is still hunted for their coats. And so hopefully, that's 6 different species of owl out of 17. All right? The owl is called the bird of silent flight. If we were to go over your heads at 6 inches, you would never ever hear the owl. And so take this in right now, because David has rescued all these animals from the wild. They've been hit by cars, whatever.
Thank you, Jack. Actually, all of these birds were former patients at our wildlife hospital. Unfortunately, because of the extent of their injuries, they can no longer be released back out to the wild, but will certainly serve a very valuable purpose by helping us teach people a little bit about their species. As Jack had explained, we're actually out here with the 6 different species of owls that are found right here in the state of Florida. This is called the great horned owl. Great because of its size, horned owl because of those feathers that stick straight up on the top of his head, making him look a little bit like he has horns. Now, there are 2 owls in North America that get bigger than this. It's the great gray owl and the snowy owl. Now, the great horned owl, you may wonder why it has those feathers on the top of his head. Let me help him out. There we go. You may wonder why he has those feathers on the top of his head. Those feathers are actually used for camouflage. You know that I'm holding an owl right now, but try to imagine what this owl would do if he wanted to hide on the top of a tree. He would stand very still, squint those big yellow eyes, and stick those chin to the tree. The next owl is called the barn owl, and the barn owl got its name because he loves to live in old abandoned buildings and barns. This is really nature's mousetrap in perfection. The university did a research project a number of years ago, witnessed a single male barn owl catch 21 mice in just 30 minutes. Wow. Top that, it's a mousetrap that you buy at a hardware store. Yeah. So the next owl is called the barred owl, given its name for the barred or the striped pattern on its chest. Very common owl found throughout the southeast United States. This bird loves the wetland habitats. That's where he likes to live. Take a look at the feathers on this bird. It almost blends into a cypress tree, and it's exactly one of the places where they like to live, is in a cypress forest. Then the next owl is one of the only owls in the state of Florida that is a migratory bird. In other words, it travels in and out of the state depending upon the season. During the wintertime, this bird likes to migrate to South Florida to enjoy the warmer weather. This is called a short-eared owl. It too has little tiny ear tufts on the top of its head, but they're so small that they're almost imperceptible. And the next owl, although it looks like a baby, is actually full-grown. This is called a screech owl, kind of a miniature version of the great horned owl. This is our country's most common owl, literally found in almost every one of our backyards. Because of its size, it easily goes unnoticed. This bird is quickly attracted to our neighborhoods and our houses because one of its favorite foods has security lights on around our house, and that's one of the attractions to this bird because it usually attracts bugs, lizards, and frogs, and things like that. All right, the very last bird is called the burrowing owl. And the burrowing owl got its name because it loves to dig burrows in the ground, sometimes up to 15 feet deep in the ground and almost up to 50 feet long. Now, unlike most of the other owls that we have out here, the burrowing owl is one of the few owls that actually likes to come out during the daytime. Most owls are nocturnal, sleep during the day, and come out at night. This one is very active during the daytime. Now, we've all tried to hoot like owls by simply going hoo hoo. The owl we try to imitate is the great horned owl. The great horned owl is a lot more dramatic than we give it credit for. It sounds like this.
That's pretty good.
Thank you very much. Jack will be handing out my mother's telephone number after the show. Would you do me a favor, give her a call? Tell her sson really does have a good job at Busch Gardens on the weekends. Owls don't always sound the way that you expect them to. The barred owl has a sound that's almost like a dog barking, and it goes.
I've heard those. I know we have barred owls in our neighborhood.
And the little tiny screech owl, he's got the daintiest little call of all. He really doesn't hoot. He has a little trill. It sounds more like a pigeon, and it goes. Thank you very much, everybody.
All those owls are we decided to wake up here. What it is, we're going to just take his time here. I know the folks over there can't see because of that crane. This is a cheetah, everyone. The fastest land mammal in the world, clocked at over 70 miles per hour. So if you're going home tonight on I-4 and you're hopefully only going 60 or 65, think of a cheetah passing you. When we film the cheetah, I know you folks over there can't see, so what we'll do here is, well, you can't move. Anyway, picture the cheetah. This animal is an incredible hunter. When we try and film it on a kill, it takes 3 cameras. No way you do it with 1 camera.